number 1, motivated approach, legal aid, advocacy, empowerment programs, and strategic partnerships. How do WRAPA operate? WRAPA achieve its mission through a motivated approach. We said that already. So you can see that it's just an expansion of what we said about. It's an expansion of what we said about legal aid, advocacy for legal and social reforms. We also to work through research. Some of you, when we finish projects in your locations, we say M&E is coming. They begin an evaluation, they invite you for validation, and you're a part of the evaluation. Is that not true? Yes. So we are researching and also populating knowledge management within that specific program. Then programmatic interventions. We have various programmatic interventions. We had one time Hakim Economy here, we have SOA here, we have AWTF here, under the same social and legal, what do you call it? Social and legal empowerment. Thank you. Better together. Better together. Better together. We will soon do. I can notice that our tea has sent some of us to sleep. Without mentioning it, we just do the thinking of which icebreaker we'll be doing after a short while.
We need to do an icebreaker.
Icebreaker. No, just give me 1 minute to finish this.
Alright, finish up.
This is conclusion. This is conclusion. We are better together. We are better together. Holding each other's hand. I wish you can see my. Engaging and planning for community impact. Why we are here today is we are engaging to plan for how can we be more impactful within those our communities. How can Nasarawa catch fire from here? Without sleeping, catch fire. How can Plateau be rejuvenated after this meeting? Even though there is fire on the mountain before, they were able to pump in more fire. How many of you have been to a meeting that you never remain the same again?
Yes,
before you got into the meeting, you had your own opinion.
Yes.
But after the meeting, wow!
Something.
Some meetings have transformed my life.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I attended a meeting some years back in South Africa. I came back and wrote a book under 1 month. I wrote a 200 pages book under 1 month. That thing had been in me, but there was nothing to push it. So please, whatever we know, let's make our minds free. So that when you live here, you will not remain the same. I'm somebody that it takes long for you to impact me. So if I sit under your tutelage, I have gotten something. So please, it's part of all that we do. Let's be attentive. Engaging and planning for community impact. Collaborative dialogue. Look at the way we sent everybody out. Because we wanted to have a time of telling ourselves some whole truths. Strategic planning. No matter how beautiful your plans are, if there is no strategy behind it, it will fail. You know, some of these things you are putting down for us will be engaged with when we are drawing up our strategy plan next year. How many of you knows that some of these things are inputs that we will make use of? Please, madam, you have folded your own. Don't like the way it is looking.
Okay, so.
Thank you, ma'am. So please, let's give it back the same way. They are very, very good. Number 3, community constituent drive. Most of us are not talking to it. Community constituent drive, which is membership. What do we honestly think about it? Let me tell you, that is the only money that can be at your disposal. The WRAPA will not ask how you spend it, except for the fact that you should be fair and be transparent with your state escorts and reports. That's the only money you have. You are looking for the one that is not within your reach. That one is within your reach. WRAPA, we have put 50,000 together in my state, and I need 15,000. They will just tell you justify it and take your money. So why are we not talking to that? Are we saying it is no longer possible? Can we still get women, even if it's 200 naira per month, that are faithful to it to let this work continue in our various states? Let's give it a thought, even if you cannot answer it today. Number 3, even these people you call volunteers, they can do 200 naira in a month to your dog. 200 naira. Who doesn't buy credit card? More than 200 naira to say what is not even anything productive. Except we all wake up to that reality. For me, except I discover you can no longer help yourself. But I like if you have helped yourself, then I will be out of my way to support you. But where you want everything to be done for you, to your tender, you will not get it. You will not get it. Because the person wanting to do it doesn't have it. But because you have tried your best, he will go and vote. So I cannot tell these people no after all their efforts. Partner synergy. We cannot do all of this alone. I told you the importance of partnership when we were doing legislative advocacy. The LAPFA is a whole coalition. Big organizations are there. This woman in Kaduna is there. A lot of them. All over the federation. Organizational resilience. Some of the things I hear today, WRAPA, all over the states, because you are still standing today, I want to say you are resilient. Clap for yourselves. When we say resilience, it doesn't mean we don't have any issues. But we are overcoming those issues day in, day out, and we are still standing. It's no joke, and we're not taking it for granted. But we need to show more resilience, such that even we at the headquarters will say, what we want Madam so and so to do. This state have shown they are putting all they can. Some of you that have projects running in your state, you think you are active because of projects. Let me tell you. And when we see states that have not had projects in 10 years still active, it boosts us. It boosts us. So please don't think that if WRAPA is not having projects in your state, it's not calculatedly so. It's because we have not seen a funder who will give us money to your state. But please ensure the resilience and what you can show as what you have been doing. As much as possible, WRAPA did not intend leaving any state behind. Drive for impactful change. WRAPA doesn't intend leaving any state behind. So now that we're having 29 states, all this meeting we are having now, 29 states are involved. So if you say we are all over Nigeria, we are not wrong and we are not just running our mouths. 29 states is where we are doing this. I think you want to clap for WRAPA headquarters. And in those 29 states, we are going to have 10 volunteers. So, Ojiro is like my people from the east will say. As we are meeting here, they are meeting in Southwest next week. I think they are meeting in Southeast too. Maybe upper week or next week. Northeast have done their own. Northwest have done their own. South. I'll be going to South next week too. So it is not easy. But however it is, we are trying to cover those places that have not had the privilege of having even a project within their states. Call to action. The call to action is engage. Engage. And continue to engage. Not just here, but even in your states. We have accepted the ones who said our own gaps. We should also look at ourselves as states and address our gaps within ourselves and begin to show new agency. Whether we send you money or not, let's see what you have been able to do with your pocket out of pocket. Then let us now see whether we will not be willing to pay back when there are results involved. And remember one thing, when I think Ajia Hadiza was speaking, I said, if there is a success story from what is being happening in Minna today, who is the face behind that success story? I didn't know the ones. I don't know the first people that NCA will come and interview. Oh, I know that you are the one that assisted that girl that was forcibly married. Will they get to SG? No. You are the one that will be the first partaker of everything that you are doing. So I want to challenge us. We're doing a lot already. Can we please do much more? Thank you, and clap for yourselves.
My question is that you said we have WRAPA in 29 states of Nigeria. How can we cover the remaining 7 states plus FCT? How can WRAPA cover the remaining 7 states of Nigeria?
What are the existing protocol and administration established in the handlers by David? And
Please excuse me. Speaking has challenged you.
that.
So make it brief.
Okay.
I make it simple.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me just hit it down. My question is that it's more or less controversial. But before going there, I want to comment. Thank you for your wonderful presentations. You see, from the establishment of this WRAPA, there's what we call honesty and diligence between the WRAPA. We, the floor members, we should try to be honest for ourselves. It's just like we're taking off that we are going to do this, but let's discharge our duty to the best of our ability. The second issue, I just want to tell you, this generation we're living now is changing. It's a digital world. And everything is expensive. If there's any way the WRAPA national body can help the state, even though it's dangerous, we'll be grateful because we have a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges. I'm not here to talk much. Finally, your outstanding contribution and remarkable participation, it will linger long in the memory of all the time members of the family. Thank you.
I have a question. My own is a question. My own is a question. There are many CBOs that are into community service, but the only confusion I have about them is they have women's wing, women's as per ownership, where they deal with the women affairs. Will there be a veritable platform for getting outreach through them from WRAPA? You didn't get me.
Organizations, how
Okay. Yes. Okay. I mean, at the grassroots, but they have a part of what they do towards lifting and protecting women's rights. And then, my question is that if you want to make this part of the WRAPA outreach, must it be entire feminine-based right protection, or you can make do with the parent organization that has women wing to deal with? That's my question.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
What is WRAPA funded? That's how I understand it. For the WRAPA funded, we have explained. One, there is donor agency. Either it's a foundation. Excuse me, can we have one class, please? Please, can we have one class? Madam Barista, you have to stop this. People cannot ask questions because they want clarity. We are talking and we are not answering. Please, you can get from somebody else's questions. Very soon we all discuss. We can have all our discussion. Thank you. Somebody asked how is WRAPA being funded? Number one, fundraising. Somebody has said here today. We also have strategic fundraising, not about. Maybe within our board, maybe within the immediate stakeholders, their friends, and all of that. Secondly, majorly too, is funders. We have various funders. We have the multilaterals, bilaterals, and we have the foundations. So these are organizations that funds WRAPA. A lot of them we either solicited or unsolicited funding. So solicited means that they didn't really put it out for people to apply, but they might see your organization and just walk up to you. That's why we are saying show agency where you are. Like this casino now, people have walked up to them and say, we want you. What is your account number? All of this, so they have to obtain the account that is dormant. When you show agency within the community, I was in Sokoto, I think early last year, and the World Bank was there, and they are looking for active women community. How would they find you? You have to integrate with your community. There are things happening within your. Who says WRAPA cannot partner? Who says WRAPA cannot be in the midst of a bigger happening? Even in the headquarters, there are partners that call on WRAPA and say, can you support us in this? We have a grant. We don't often do that, but they come. So here in the States, they can come to you. Nobody will stop you from partnering. So please, let's know that WRAPA will not be funded if you have not done well with the small money they got. A lot of funders will start with small money. If you do well with small money, they will raise it. And they will raise it. And they will raise it. Because if you don't do their own, if you didn't carry out their own implementation, project, they will also have problems in their organizations that assigned them. They needed pipelines to work through. And the moment they see that you are credible, majority of WRAPA's funding is from donor agencies. Only a little. Like I said, which organization here, which WRAPA state here, has put even as little as 500,000 in WRAPA account in the last 10 years? None. So the major means of funding of WRAPA is donor agency. And let me tell you a secret. Those donor agencies are not looking for those of us in headquarters again. They are looking for those within communities. Are you not aware of this? I am. They are not looking for, they say, we're tired of you. Headquarters. There are some projects of the EU that said we don't want to fund STT. Those are places where you are strategic. Yes, actually, I'm still asking questions. Let me answer all these questions, then I'll take you. Thank you. Number two, did I answer your question? Yes. How do we solve the remaining 7 states? Yes. The thing is, we wanted to raise 10 volunteers in 36 states. In the project, we didn't include the city because we are the headquarters in STT. So why are we looking for 10 volunteers? But the volunteers idea is to support, like some states, only one person is working. So the idea is to support them with those who can support them. Without complaining of, I don't have transport. Not as if the money is everything, but at least something will be paid. And let me tell you that you are a volunteer does not mean you should work physically every day. In the headquarters now, my dear, how many days do we come to work?
We only work 3 days a week.
We have to do that because the fuel crisis first happens. The second war happened.
We work remotely for 2
So the
days.
reduced management also look at it that how many times do I want to increase salary? The money is not so much there. Can we now work 2 days from home and 3 days in the office? That's what we are doing now. Remote working. Even some of these donor agencies, they are doing remote working. Who says a volunteer must come every day before you will tell me the money they are paying them is too small? Let become e-compliant. I don't like social media. So I'm looking at it. Because I am e-compliant. I do a lot of meetings online. I do because somebody decided to say something. I said, okay, fine, let's meet on the virtual. And we met. It is not different from physical meeting. If network is bad today, go and look for money time tomorrow. You will say what you would have said in a physical meeting, and you will spend less. So let's apply that to whatever we are doing. The other 7 states, we didn't find anybody who could stand as coordinator. Like in Kwara, you know we don't have coordinator now. So your madam is our partner of several years under the Mercator project. We did not say until we have coordinator, Kwara should be left out. We want a partner. Do we understand now? So we are all working towards the same goal. Whether it is RAPA that sees it or IWCC, the important thing is that his neck is not allowed to escape. We all ensure protection of women and girls in all of our programs. So that is how we intend to, and you are even the one that is asking, how do we cover the remaining 7 years? RAPA was covered because somebody was on ground as a partner, even though we don't have coordinators. We used to have, but she's now old, and I think she's in the US now. So there's no way we could now, so she had to resign for us to now take our time. We're not saying our partner is our coordinator. We will take our time to get a coordinator in order to avoid conflict of interest. But partners are very relevant to whatever we are doing, even as coordinators of RAPA within the states. I think I've answered your question. The last question from here is that how can we, I think it's something to do with community organizations.
Yes.
How do you do it?
That it's not only women's rights based.
Okay. Now I remember. I think it's what is called info sheet. Everybody is trying to improve. Let's change the agenda. We just told them, if you meet normally you will meet back. Or you add elimination of violence against women and girls. Add protection of violence against. We engage with churches and mosques. Hey, you are going to have your normal service, your youth are meeting next week. Can you add a bit of prevention of violence against women and girls? Can we talk to consent before marriage? Can we, all these things we can introduce to your own original meeting. They don't have to be women, but they have to be speaking to women rights and advocacy. Is that answering your question? Thank you very much, everyone on this part. Well, I think Madam Adia Adiza wanted to raise her hand. If you go on like this, we're not going to the next one. Adia Adiza, please, you are the one to answer. I mean, take your question. Please take Adia Adiza's question. Please take her question. Then Madam Mia, that's how I is also raising her hand. Yes,
she'll ask another time.
Okay, please take that's how I.
You said you went to Sokoto and Katsina for the rural women to come to RAPA. So now I'm saying that I'm now asking my question. In Nasarawa State, we have going to have 10 volunteers. These 10 volunteers are going to go in the local government, and we have security plans.
I don't hear well. Please, can you repeat it?
Okay, I said, you said you've been to Sokoto State and Katsina. So women, rural women. So my question is that in Nasarawa, that are 10 volunteers that we got in. So if they want to work, are we going to have security to guide them, including me?
Did I mention security?
No, the reason is why people in the village, they misunderstand people. They don't understand people. So like there's someone that says something about being village here. They now came to arrest him and sent to police station in Niger City, in Minna, or something. Is there something about that? So are we having security to protect our lives?
I don't know. We are not using money to move around our houses. Can I don't do that? Even that they would only as grants on the ground advocates. They know where they can go and they know where they cannot go. There was a time we came there, we were supposed to go to somewhere. They said no. That is the essence of the fact that you are the son of the shore. That means you are on that place to guide us. How much will we use to carry security? We don't carry security around in our office. When you talk of the community sensibility, knowing what to say, even this advocacy, you cannot just go out there and say women rights, women rights, women rights, women rights. You have to learn it. Which best way can you pass your message across without abusing the sensibilities of those in that locality? That is one of the reasons where WRAPA works with traditional leaders and church and mosque leaders. That is why we have community people that will advise us. That's why I said, if a place is hot, we can't go there. Can you go there by a call? That was when I used COVID-19 as an example. When we can't move out of our houses, we were still working somehow. I don't know any time that security following us from the headquarters. We may not be able to afford it. So let's leave that for this meeting. Are we together, ma'am?
Good evening, ma'am. Lectures and
You beg me to talk
our discussion here. I'm so happy because lectures are very, very adequate. One thing I want us to be reminded is our vision and our mission of WRAPA. I think when we came here, we have not said that, if not because of me, because of our volunteers, so that they will know the vision very well, they will know the mission very well. But as they are closing here, we are sending them back to the field and they will start working. And as they will work, what will they tell people? This is my mission, this is my mission. And as they meet their community leaders, they have to tell them their mission, their vision. And then what is our boundary within the said agencies that we have, or other partners that we have, like yes. NDLEA, they are example, like in Niger here, we used to work with them. And because we came to know that women and their children are into drugs in Niger. We have been solving this problem quite about 10 years ago. You see the father drunk, and that is where violence starts between the husband and wife. When the husband go out, the woman will go and buy it and come and drink, take it, give her children. Since she's drunk, she doesn't know what she's doing. At that very particular time, she will continue to drop her children and even the grandchildren. At the end of the day, you see the house collapsed. The whole family will be collapsed. If you ask them, I've not eaten since day before yesterday. That is why I did so. The man left us without anything. That is why I did so. So, at the end of the day, they have entered deep depression. So we suffer a lot in nature in solving this kind of problems, and then we want to know where is our limit, because it forces us to go to NDLEA so that we'll be partnering with them at their advocacy levels and also in our own terms, for them to help us to know what to do better. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Niger. But they told us one thing, there is a limitation. Some of these things you are learning in one day, it takes 1 week to even know one of the four. And you think you can understand the 3 days, you are going to go back and read our resources. I think I told us earlier that we're going to send this to all of us, that we should write our email very well. I want us to know that we all here are leaders. Some of you that are here have been in WRAPA for over 20 years. If I sit here to talk about vision and mission of WRAPA in one day, 7 of them, it doesn't mean they will do it all. But what we are doing here is introducing them to even understand who is WRAPA, which we have done. But if you want us to go back, I have the constitution here. It is within the one I read that time. We were just trying to rush up so that we can actually do it enough. This tool here, you are the one that will take it to train them more. The training here is not for them, it is training of trainers. You are the one that will use this to now raise them more. They cannot begin to understand the 7 objectives of WRAPA. Because even those of us sitting here who have been in WRAPA for 5 years, if I tell you to list 4 out of the 7, you cannot. I can ask some of you what is the motto of WRAPA now, and we'll be scratching here. Adults, I will tell you old age. I can't tell you. So it's not about coming to reinvent things here. It's about you taking this tool and ensuring that, and you remember some of these things you're saying is contextual. Your problem may not be Nasarawa problem. You are the person that can drive this home for them using this tool as just a guide. Not that everything you need is inside here. But a lot of them are on your head as a result of practice over time. I think that is the situation. I mean, some of this one you are telling us now, that most of our women, and they are getting into drugs and their family. It is a peculiar contextual issue, which you, who is on the field of advocacy every day, can drive down to them, other than those of us just reading out the Constitution book. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So please, all of this, these are the partners we are working with. These are the ones we are looking to work with. Can you please engage your volunteers on that? They had other things they needed to learn. But when it comes to WRAPA, I don't have fear that the people on ground in all of the states can push them through. And if you need support, we'll give you all of these tools. Are we all clear?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I don't have more questions. Can we go on? Please, let's leave all this because time is going. Module 2, we have also done it.